So, hello everybody. I hope all is well. It is me, Demetra K, and this is the live edition of the Demetra K Show, where we promote Black love, knowledge, and understanding of all things that go on in the Black community to make us an even better people, with the emphasis on even, because we're great people, but we can always strive to do better. Like I said, big giant thank you, hello, and welcome to Donovan, the recovering Democrat, also known as the Black Yul Brynner. You guys, again, forgive me for my green screen. I'm still having some technical difficulty. My nephew is going to be on the case sooner or later. To get this thing up and running. I think it had an update or something, and whatever reason my computer is not connecting or whatever. But I'm here, right? I'm here live and in living color. Also, like I said, big giant thank you and hello and welcome to YouTube and Facebook. You are the other side of the conversation, but you're not just viewers, you're a family, and sometimes we share the link. If I share the link and your profile looks like this, please show me this. And you can go back to that if you're not comfortable. Just know, especially if I've never seen you on here before, you must show me your face and know that no one else but me can see you until I bring you up to the big screen, not even Donovan. Also like to say that in the comment section is not that we disagree, is how we disagree. So let's be as respectful as we can in the comment section and on the panel. Today we're going to be talking about that of comedian Rickey Smiley, who claims a whole lot of stuff. It was over 7-minute video, but I cut it down as far as I could so you can get the gist. But he said some things, and sounds like we may be back on the plantation with Trump, his incoming administration. So we're gonna have a conversation about that. Yeah, you guys should be very afraid, I guess. But nevertheless, let's see who is on here before I give it to Donovan. Angela, how you doing? Thank you so much for becoming a member. I love and appreciate you for that. Herm, how you doing? Says the poster child for what? Raccoon, and is him. He is Rickey Smiley. Uh-oh. Let's see. Your average logical thinker. How you doing? Thank you, my beautiful moderator. Marshall, how are you? Hope you're doing well. He says Rickey is a soft male. You being nice, huh? Mars, how you doing? Rain, what is going on with you? CJ, how you doing? Tiff, what is going on? Reginald, hope you're doing well. Kelvin, thank you. How you doing? And then Mike, how are you? Donovan, what say you?
What say me says, welcome back to the show. Thank you guys for tuning in. We know you guys can be doing a lot of stuff today, like, cutting your yard, get the tree leaves out of your gutters or whatever else you guys are doing. You guys decided to join and join this conversation with us. Do us a favor. Do not forget to download the African Diaspora News Channel app. You can get it on Google Play, Apple Store. You can also go to YouTube and become a member there and subscribe and do just that. As you know, traditional media is dying, and it has been told, and it's been factually checked, that most people now are turning away from traditional media. Of course, that's always been controlled by the CIA since the 1950s. And they're going to other platforms such as YouTube to get their information from whatever content provider that you guys like to go to. One of the ones that I use a lot is the African Diaspora News Channel, so I know what's going on around the world in the African diaspora. I do not want to be in a place where they don't want no Negroes in the country, and that's one way I could keep up abreast of what's going on in these other countries in the African diaspora. You can get that on Google Play, Apple Store. Also, we've been doing this show for a very, very long time, and when I say we, Demetra, myself, and of course, you guys are the ones that keep these conversations going. And if you want to contribute to the show and keep the conversations going, keep great content coming out, there's ways that you can donate and become members and subscribe. You could do that by Venmo, Cash App, PayPal, money order, and cash sometimes. So this topic here with Rickey Smiley, for some of you guys that aren't Republicans, and maybe you're third party, or maybe you're still a Democrat. There's nothing wrong with still being a Democrat. Maybe you're an independent Democrat. I don't know. I'm a recovering Democrat, right? Do us a favor. If you guys are doing that, are you guys asking the questions of what is with all this fear mongering? They lost the election. They lost the election because they weren't listening to the voters. You guys have told them, and you guys have shown them that you are tired of the gaslighting and the far left craziness that is going on. And yet these Democratic shills are still projecting into the future what is going to happen. Oh my God, we told y'all not to vote this way, and guess what's going to happen? And y'all going to be on the plantation and all this other stuff. Please tell me that you guys are questioning what these people are doing. I just saw a video just before we came on air what's that girl, Angela Rye? She's going off on the panel that she's on with the one guy, Florida guy, whatever deals, and he had to put her in check.
Andrew Gillum.
Yeah, Andrew Gillum. He had to put her in check and say, no, the intelligence of the vote, Angela Rye is smart. Demetra K is smart. I am smart. You guys are smart. But our smartness does not trump the voter, right? So the question that he was telling her was, hey, at the end of the day, we lost. And they wanted something different. Yeah, to you it makes sense, but your intelligence doesn't trump the voter. So these people are crashing out all over the place. And I'm just wondering if you guys are questioning what is going on and why are you trying to keep us in fear? Because this man won the popular vote, got all the houses, everything like that, which means the majority of the United States wants to go in a different direction. Why aren't the Democrats accepting this?
KP, thank you so much for the donation. Love it. Appreciate you for that. He says, I'd be scared too with that dress and wig. Steven, you crazy. Let's see. Brother Reggie says, I was hoping Angela Rye stayed under a rock in Seattle. She's a nutcase. Uh-oh. Ron, how you doing? And Marjorie, how are you? Long time no see. All right. So let's get into it. So, of course, you guys know that Rickey Smiley, he has the Rickey Smiley Morning Show and a whole host of other things. He's a comedian, I guess, firstly, if you will. But he's also been a big-time Democrat shield. Let's keep it a buck, right? He was going very hard in the paint for Kamala on his radio show. He even interviewed her. I wouldn't call that an interview. She basically called in and just started talking. And, he asked her, when do you sleep? I think that was the gist of his question asking. When do you have time to sleep? But other than that, she, went on there with a canned speech and all of that. Earlier on, when she announced that she was running, Rickey kind of got in a little bit of trouble in the internet streets because he basically told people to block people like us and some of his co-hosts, and they keep asking for reparations. They were mad because we were pushing back against a Kamala presidency. And so, of course, Kamala has lost the election and there's still a lot of fallout from it. And people have a whole host of things to say. And Rickey, a couple of days ago, went on because I guess people are talking about Trump's new picks, right? His cabinet picks. So this particular video I'm going to show you was almost 8 minutes long, but I deduced it down as far as I can. So here's some things from what he said. Jamarcus, how you doing? Hope you're doing well. And Diane, what is going on with you? And JC. All right, here we go.
I'm watching the news feed and I'm watching them talk about all of the people that Donald Trump is appointing to the cabinet position. And I'm just watching them just spiral out about Cates being over the Justice Department and talking about Kennedy being over whatever that position he's going to fill. I don't think nobody on the news took Donald Trump serious when he said it ain't going to be no more elections. It ain't going to be no more damn elections. I don't care how much the news media complain and talk about this, that, and the other. This ain't nothing compared to what's actually finna happen. They have control of the House, the Congress, and the Senate. If you think the last Trump administration stressed y'all out, you have no idea as to what you in for. Gonna take over the military. They're gonna, I believe they're gonna do a mass deportation like he said. And he have appointed people on his administration that's gonna do what he say do. He don't care about no Senate confirmations, none of that stuff. Whatever he appoint, whoever he appoint, whatever he say he wants done is gonna get done. And they don't care nothing about the Constitution. And democracy is over for the United States of America. And that's just a fact. You can sit here and debate about Matt Gaetz being over the Justice Department and all of these fascist, racist people that he's appointed to his cabinet. It ain't no black people on that cabinet. None. Now, and it don't matter if they was black, because if they was black, they would be Trump loyalists. And we in a bad position. I'm telling y'all right now, everything that was happening back in the Donald Trump days, the whole George Floyd days is coming back. Police immunity. They have the United States Supreme Court. They have the Senate. and they have the House, and he's appointing people. I don't even think they're going to confirm everybody in the Senate. You know what I'm saying? People are already getting ready to resign from their position and post. Democrats always want to sit there and play nice and abide by. They don't play by Republican rules. That's why they always lose. We would be lucky to be in a constitutional crisis. Everything that's going on right now is the quiet before the storm. I wouldn't be surprised if they say buses for black people and buses for white people, and black people got to sit in the back of the plane. It's gonna be a lot. It's gonna be a lot of black people that say, hey, I'm not my ancestors and I'm not gonna go through this. Some black people gonna die before they go back to being anything close to slavery. And you're gonna have a bunch of racists out here that just out here black folks knowing that ain't nothing gonna be done about it. Enjoy the last few months of this Biden administration, because you getting ready to see something you ain't never seen before. I don't know if you got avenues to get out of the country or save your money or be prepared to defend yourself and defend your family. It's open season. And once he gains control of the military, because Inauguration Day, you're going to start seeing it's going to be chaos. Not even Inauguration Day. Once he get in office and start putting stuff in place and doing mass deportation, seeing families being torn apart, people crying, it's going to be chaotic as hell. I don't know how they're going to do it. I don't know where they're going to get the money from. I don't know what kind of camps they're going to be setting up. But we headed into a dictatorship. Save your money. Stock up on everything. Be prepared to protect yourself. Be prepared to die if you have to. Because a lot of people it's going to be chaotic as hell.
So let me remove Mr. Smiley. Y'all, he said a lot of things. The stuff that I cut out was just basically a lot of fluff. He was talking to people on his live, that kind of, conversation that wasn't really pertinent to why we're here today. But of course, y'all heard him say there's not going to be any more elections. Trump is going to take over the military. Democracy is over. Of course, but when did you ever, as an American citizen, have democracy? A democracy means you have a say-so. So, of course, the Democrats ran on democracy's in danger. We need to protect democracy. So he's going in line with that still. He also said there's no black people in the cabinet, but if they were, they will be loyal. How did he say? He didn't say. He said something, but loyalists is what he was trying to say. Loyal. He jacked the word up, but he's saying they would be loyal to Trump no matter what color they were. He said the George Floyd days are coming back. And it's like, did they ever leave? I mean, you know what I'm saying? That they're coming back. Also says there's not going to be any confirmation. So I guess he's saying there's not going to be any Senate confirmation. People are just going to say, hey, I want the job. Great. There you go. There's your office over there. That's pretty much what he's asserting. He says we'd be lucky to be in a constitutional crisis. I don't even know what that means. But then he says, we might be going back to the back of the bus, the back of the planes. And it looks like we might be going to something close to slavery, the plantation, I guess. But of course, there's going to be some black people who ain't going to want to do that. And the parts that I bleeped out, he was saying there was going to be white people offing black people is what he was saying. So he basically said, enjoy the last few days of the Biden administration. All right. So now, Rickey made a whole lot of wild claims and all of that. And every time I hear a man talk the way he does, I'm like, you are you yellow? You scared? What grown man is gonna allow somebody to put him back on the plantation? Talking about there's gonna be some who ain't gonna go, and if you're lucky, you got the means, you need to leave up out here. It's like, Rickey, is you leaving? You ain't going nowhere, but you're sitting up there stoking fear in people listen to you. You know what I mean? But it's like, what? I don't understand a man that's crying about going back into slavery. Hell, even our ancestors fought every day not to be on that plantation, whether they ran away, revolted, or whatever they did. And here we are in good old 2024, where you have a lot of things going for you. You're talking about they're going to put you, who is this they? Who is this they that's going to put black people back on the plantation, right? They talk about going back to the George Floyd days. It's like, we never left the George Floyd days. He talking like when Obama was in office, that Trayvon Martin and a whole host of other people were not, taken out of here by white supremacist police officers and a whole host of other people. He acted like when Trump came into office, that's when the whole George Floyd, and y'all know what that means, stuff took place. That stuff never went away. Hell, is going on now in the Biden-Kamala administration, but they never want to talk about that. But see, he's lamenting about people lamenting about Trump's cabinet pick, which they are all white, right? But he never talks about, he and the other people never talk about the Democratic leadership in the Black communities that are effing up the rotation for everybody. They never talk about the leadership that's in the Black community. I'm saying misleadership that goes to office and Black people vote them in, and the neighborhoods look crazy. There's no money, there's no infrastructure, there's everything you can think of in the Black community is just totally in the toilet. But they want to talk about what Trump is doing. Rickey Smiley chooses to get on his airways. He's got millions of followers, and he chooses to put people in fear. Like, what are these people supposed to do with that? Yeah, you're giving them information like, oh, go get stocked up and stuff like that. But it's like, we know that the Black community is what, 47 million of us. We wouldn't be no match for the United States government anyway if that's the route that they chose to do. But instead of you telling Black people to organize, practice group economics, and a whole host of other things that are actually helpful, you tell them to go run in the closet and hide. And why? Why are you doing that, Donovan? And I'm going to get to you guys.
I just want to open up and say, did you guys notice while he was walking through his big house? Did you guys notice that he had this nice, huge house he was walking through? Do you guys think he's worried about a Donald Trump presidency? Looks like he's got his situation pretty well endowed. But again, those that don't know history are doomed to repeat it. You're always going to have those gatekeepers and those house Negroes that are going to tell you there is no better master than the one you got here. Where are we going to go? You know, the regular folks say any place is better than here. Malcolm X said it best. And these are the tactics that they use, because how dare you go against the Democratic plantation? How dare you? Instead of him telling us, wow, we really lost, we need to regroup, you know what? We need to give those Black people reparations. Maybe if we start doing something for the people, they wouldn't overwhelmingly kick us out of offices that you know we've been occupying. 16 years has passed. 12 of the last 16 years has been under Democratic rule. Why has the country gone so far right now from all the power that the Democratic Party has had? Their most loyal base is the Black constituents. They're the most loyal base. And if you looked at the numbers, according to the demographics by politic ticking math, Black people still overwhelmingly voted for Kamala Harris. And she still lost because it was that little 30%, 25, 30% of us that walked away that cost them. You cannot win an election as a Democrat unless you have 90% or more of the Black vote. So that little bit that walked away messed them up really, really bad. But not once is he telling you, you know, what they did wrong. There's no accountability. See, that's another problem with the Democratic Party that has prevailed in our community, especially with our thing. No accountability with the Democratic Party. Absolutely none. It's fear, fear, fear. This is what's going to happen. That's what's going to happen. Okay, since Rickey Smiley and you Democratic leaders know all this, and I said this on my podcast, what have you guys done in a contingency to prevent Donald Trump from going off the rails? Oh, that's right. Absolutely nothing. But you want everybody in fear. I just saw Joe Biden welcome Donald Trump into the White House. They were laughing and joshing and having a good old time. Doesn't seem like, to me, he was a fascist. Biden was calling, you know, Trump a threat to democracy and all that other stuff too. But the minute he lost, hey, welcome in, guy. Hey, how's it going? Yeah, everything's great, man. Yeah, we got those niggas still voting for us and all this other stuff like that. You know, I mean, so my question with the Democratic Party is, what are you going to do about it? Okay, if this man gets in, what are you going to do about it? Never in my years in the military have I ever seen them just have a winning plan. There's a winning plan, and then there's a what if plan. If this doesn't work, what's plan B? The Democrats don't have that. But this fear, and then look at all of these Democratic shills that we don't even see. Rickey Smiley is missing. Steve Harvey is missing. Beyonce is missing. All of these people are missing. if you are so passionate about a candidate, and and you really are into their movement, the movement doesn't end because you lost the election. The movement continues, and we should know that as Black people, because after the civil rights movement, one of the biggest mistakes our parents made, the civil rights era people made, in my opinion, is they stopped being revolutionary. Once they got their little checks, once they got to go with the white women, once they got to go down to Nordstrom's, once they got to go and poop next to a white person and do all this integration and party and drugs and Cadillacs and pimping, that's what messed us up to where we're at today. We stopped the revolution. So, you know what? Kamala Harris is such a good candidate, like they've been saying, and her message was so great. Why aren't you continuing the message? You still got an election 2 years out. You still got another election 4 years out. Trump can't run again, but Biden can. You guys, did anybody know? Does everybody know that? Biden could run again if he wanted to. He could run. He wouldn't win, but he could run. That's how messed up our politics are. But this fear mongering and all this other stuff, it just isn't working. It's not going to work because there's too much information out there for people. And now, a lot of people are seeing how the Democrats are reacting to the loss. It's almost craziness and zaniness. People are looking at how people are reacting and crashing out, and they're coming to their senses and saying, holy crap, I'm a part of this. I'm talking about MAGA red. Look at how MAGA blue is crashing out. So it's, what do you guys think about all this and these gatekeepers? Again, I'm going to call these gatekeepers out. Roland Martin, was he really a Kamala Harris supporter? He got $350,000 for media that was paid to him. All of these people that interviewed with Kamala Harris, did they really support her, or were they just paid shills? Let's ask ourselves these questions. And let me clarify this. I am not saying Democrats are bad people. I'm not saying Republicans are bad people. I'm saying, as a Black people, we need to start questioning the people we send up there and stop rewarding them when they don't do the work that we sent them up there to do for us, not for everybody else. Overwhelmingly, he did bring up mass deportations, right? Fine. According to the statistics, Democrat and Republican, they both wanted deportation. So what is he talking about? See how he's trying to scare you to fight for somebody else? Hey, you're not here legally. Nice knowing you, Joe. It's nice knowing you. If you got to go, you just got to go. It's as simple as that.
Hero, how you doing? Hope you're doing well. So let me get down into the comments, and hello to everybody that's come on here. Let's see. Salam, how you doing? Hope you're doing well. Daryl says Rickey was at one of those bathtub green parties. You crazy. KB, thank you again for the donation. He says, notice dummies never say arm yourselves. He low-key said that. Missions Vision, how you doing? Roz, what's going on with you? Let's see who else came on here that I did not see. That Red Boy, how you doing? Says fear, benign neglect, gender divide, no accountability. Democrat Party, yeah, they're still doing it. Marcia says, has anybody seen Taraji P. Henson? Yeah, I don't know. I haven't seen her around. Daryl, how you doing? It says Rickey Smiley is lost. We've been in trouble. We are still in captivity. Where the hell has he been? Well, because he's not. He's doing well for himself, so he doesn't, count himself in that. He's spreading fearmonger to the people who are not like him. You know what I mean? Nicole, how you doing? Hope you're doing well today. Jesse, how are you? He says, right, Donovan, the fearmongering is not going to work anymore. Chaos, how you doing? It says weekend at Biden's. Raven, how are you? He says we survived under all conditions and will survive Trump 2.0. We have to overstand circling the black wagon and going on cold like other races. If others kicking moves us to unity, so be it. Yeah, we're gonna have to do it like our ancestors used to do. Oh, easy. I did watch that documentary yesterday, the American Coup 1898. It was really good. I actually bought it. It was really, really good. So thank you for the suggestion. Mata, how you doing? It says Little Rock, Arkansas. Okay, Rhonda, what's up with you? It says Rickey needs to talk about how Biden is escalating tension between Russia and Ukraine with nuclear missiles. That's something to be concerned about. Yeah, there ain't nobody talking about that. Now that's something to really be raising eyebrows about. Lynette, how are you? Hope you're doing well. Norris, how you doing? Says, unlike slaves, black people today are armed and dangerous. Wonder how much money Kamala gave him. Well, it's gonna guess find out sooner or later. Sunlight, how are you? I hope you're doing well. Black American expat, how you doing? Says Joe, trying to start World War III on the way out of the door. Yeah, it looks that way. Jay the Informant, how are you? Sapphire, what's going on? Says the Democrat Party has gone far right. That is the problem. Have they gone left off the deep end? I think
I think you mean far left. They've gone far left. That's where the trans and the he she pronouns and all the foolishness.
Right. DJ PD says if Rickey comes back 4 years from now saying the same scare tactics, it won't work because the Dems have already lost on that. So do that again, Rickey. In 2028, the Democrats will lose again. Yeah, they're done. They're done for a while. Beauty with Brains, how you doing? Says, I'm stunned that Kamala celebrities all got a bag to support her. I'm not stunned at all. I'm surprised that they got the little bitty crumbs that they got. And when I say they, I mean people like your Roland Martins and stuff. He got $350,000 of what is being reported. It's like, man, that's all you got. Terrell, how you doing? He says, Demetra, hey, and how you doing? By the way, he says, what's up, Donovan? I agree with everything Donovan said. Keep up the good work, family.
Yeah, and we think about.
Let me cut down on these comments.
No, this is real quick. When we think about the money that the celebrities got, what did Mike Tyson just get in that fight? I mean, scamming's going on all over the place. People they're getting the bag all over the place.
Yeah. Tiffy says black folks really crashing out over migrants who could care less about them is sad. Yeah, he talking about the mass deportation. I mean, as somebody said on here, Obama was a deporter in chief. He deported more than anybody, and everybody's quiet about that. Yeah, people are really quiet. Let's see. Sammy C, how you doing? Hope you're doing well. Celia, how you doing? Says they're blaming Trump for this war. He's not in the White House, right? These fools talking about rioting in the street. Sad. It's like, yeah, what are you waiting on? Khalil, how you doing? Hope you're doing well. Brother Reddy says Iron Mike got $20 million for that fight. Yeah, it's a lot of money.
Was that a fight? I'm just saying.
Well, we'll never know because it glitched so bad. I mean, how do we even really know, right? So yeah, there's Rickey Smiley at it again. Flo, how you doing? Hope you're doing well. Yeah, at it again. It's like, what is the point to all of that? You got all that energy, and all that reach on your radio shows and everything else you're doing, and you choose to pump fear. Why not tell black people what to do? You know what? Christmas is coming up. Don't spend all this money with the white man that you claim you hate, all these corporations, all that other stuff. Practice group economics. Go buy a shop black, let's build schools and businesses and hospitals. Let's do that kind of stuff. Let's minimize the impact of, let's say, Trump's white supremacist, if you will, cabinet. Let's minimize that. Or how about this? We can even have a conversation about why Trump got in office. See, it's starting to talk about it a little bit now, but they're not really giving it the conversation it deserves because they went too far to the left. And I will say in fairness, I did hear Rickey say that kind of toward the end of the election. And at the end, he was like, they just went too far off the deep end. They went too far to the left with a lot of stuff, the boys and the girls' bathrooms and sports and, just a whole lot of stuff. But that's the real conversation. How do they not get their butt handed to them next time around? Are you going to come back with the same thing? Kamala ran a horrible campaign. Everybody else around her helped her run a horrible campaign. The majority of America said, we do not want to sign up for more of this. But that's not the conversation they'll have. They want to continue to freak black people out even more. For what? I think that's what's the word I'm looking for? I think that's it's highly irresponsible to do that to your listeners who see you as the appeal to authority. It's sad, actually.
I mean, and then if you think about the mayors that are implementing all of this stuff, what's his name up in New York? Now he's singing a different tune because now he knows that he's unburdened by the Biden Justice Department that's now doing this. But Mayor Johnson in Chicago, all of this stuff, these people are in a lot of trouble because they're not listening to the people. They work for us, not the other way around. So we've got that going on. By the way, it just came in. The Trump hush money case hasn't been vacated. It's been what's the word, Demetra, where they're going to put it to the side? It's been put to the side basically right now. So he's not going to be sentenced. So for those guys that don't know that, all these cases are starting to fall apart. They're starting to fall apart. So what does that tell you?
The word is on the tip of my tongue. I can't think of the word right now, but I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
Yeah, it's been postponed or
Yeah,
adjourned. Adjourned. It's been adjourned for now.
Yeah, they probably won't get to it. Child of God says you're asking the wrong group of people. Okay. Let's see here. I want to get to this comment. There he says, crime bill is still crime bill Biden is still sending money and weapons over there, which will go into World War III. Yeah, that's what a lot of people are saying. Warren, he says, I thought y'all were down with Trump. I never told you that I was down with anybody. I was not down with that of Kamala. And I've always said that. I don't know what Trump is going to do. And I think a lot of people really didn't care. They did not like what Kamala, the current, and Biden, the Kamala current administration was doing. That's what they didn't like. They didn't like the mass immigration. They did not like the cost of living. They did not like all this talking about deleting babies. They did not like all the money going to pay for wars and all kind of stuff. That's what people did not like. That's what they voted against. It wasn't even necessarily that they were voting for Trump. I think a lot of people, they just were voting against the nonsense of Kamala and Biden. So yeah, no. And I've always been clear about that. I was going to do everything I can to help alarm people about Kamala and the nonsense that she's been up to. So that was my job. KP says blew $1 billion in 90 days. Blue is the word, right? In 90 days, talking about Kamala, and still owed $20 million, right? Easy says poor Mike being controlled by the Bernstein Barnacles. He says they go ask, then go ask out in the dressing room, see how they do him. Well, I saw people posting that video of Mike Tyson with his bare buns. It's like he was in the locker room. That's what you do in a locker room. The cameraman should have known better. You seen the man didn't have no pants on or whatever, and it's live and live and all that, and it's like he's doing what he was supposed to be doing. He wasn't in the hallway. He was in the locker room, and that's what people do in locker room. They get dressed and undressed. So, they did that to him if anybody did anything, right, Jesse? So you're telling Donovan it was Eric Adams, mayor of Chicago. Sister Shirley, how you doing? So not too many people were gonna like her platform. Yeah, that's what people voted against, right? Thank you. I really adjourned. Gina, how you doing? Says I think Brandon Johnson is discussing for what he's doing to people in Chicago. He doesn't care, and he thinks that people are gonna forget the next time around. I hope that they don't. Raven says I found it interesting. Married Trump's niece alleged Biden was complicit in Trump's victory. Yeah, it could be. FM says Leticia James is hiding like an MF. No, she says she was going all in. So she's not going to stop. Pamela says, I knew Rickey wasn't nothing but a sambo when some old white lady told him to come over to her house for some reason or another, but he was all too happy, but didn't have the wherewithal to see beyond it. Comment cut off. Oh, that I do tell. King Shaw, how you doing? Hope you're doing well. Says Biden was also stingy with stimulus checks. Yep. Straight up lie. Khalil says nobody was down with Trump. The DNC was just that bad. Yeah, I mean, I don't understand why people don't understand that. Mad Dog says Trump have better policies. It remains to be seen. Rhonda Young, how you doing? Says Ukraine fired missiles into. Also, they did fire missiles into Russia. I think it should also be known too that I think it's South Korea and North Korea on the ground there, and they said they're going to be firing those missiles to where the North Korean troops are. So, it's not good. It's not.
No, it's not good. When you don't see me on the show anymore, it's not good. Okay.
Yeah, it's not. And I don't think people really know the gravity of what's going on. Biden gave Ukraine permission and the firepower to do so. Those rockets that'll go farther.
Tactical, yeah, they're tactical missiles and stuff.
And it's like, what are you doing that for? You're at this point, Biden's supposed to be a lame duck. So clearly, there's an agenda there. Like
it's almost like he's trying to put Trump, give Trump a burden as he walks into office. Is this what the Democratic Party is reduced to?
Chaos. It's chaos, and that's what it's been the whole time they've been in office, just straight up chaos. And so it's like, but I think what people need to realize, regardless of what side of the aisle you sit on, they enacted that draft last year, and it's not just for men; it's for women too. So it's potential that your daughters and sons can be going to fight a war that was unnecessary, right? But one thing I will agree with Trump is. Says there wasn't no wars when I was in office. Now the whole goddamn Middle East is on fire, and Russia and Ukraine. So it's like.
And he said one of the first things he's going to do is get these sides to sit down and settle it. Ukraine might lose some land, but the war, he's going to settle these wars.
Yeah, so I don't know. It's not good, and I think people should probably pay more attention to that. Martin says now that the Asian people who are here illegally are subjected to being deported, there's little birdies singing that the United States owes some of the Asian countries money, so they better rethink. Oh yeah, that's been known, right? Rock Bush, how you doing? Says to the cameraman for indecent exposure. The locker room is not a public space. Yeah, that he was where he was supposed to be, and I saw a lot of people making jokes and stuff, but it's like at the end of the day, Mike Tyson's behind was plastered all over the world, and he was where he was supposed to be, in the locker room.
Hey, $20 million. He got $20 million.
Advanced system. I don't know if Ricky is moist. I don't know. I would question a man that's always pumping fear. Run, we're so scared. Brother Reggie says at this point, Biden don't care if White House burned down. Yeah, like I said, y'all see him walking to the Amazon forest when he was done speaking. He just turned around and just, you know how that Homer Simpson meme where he goes into the into the bushes. That's kind of what Biden did. Leisha, how you doing? It says Biden has lost his rabbit mind. Yeah, it's probably just because he's up there, Sapphire says they gone far right in rigging elections against real leftists policies that jeopardize the billionaire class, not culture wars, fake leftists who push trans, etc. Got you. The average logical thinker says that's exactly what Biden is doing, making things hard for the next administration. Yeah, but at the end of the day, it's making it hard for people's children that, and nieces and nephews like ours. Their kids won't ever go pick up no arms and none of that nonsense. It's going to be our children. While we arguing about silliness, right? Pamela says, I'm looking forward to that video and to send it to you. Okay, how he went into that house. Oh, Lord. Negro says, people need a grip. We don't need World War III. Someone needs to be the voice of reason, and they all need to listen. Yeah, and that war has been going on damn near the whole Biden-Harris administration, Ukraine, Russia. So, yeah, something needs to give, right? Jesse says, Manhattan DA agrees to postpone, that's the word, postpone Trump sentencing in hush money case, but opposes dismissal. Yeah, I mean, what can you do? He's the president. You gonna haul the president into court and say you need to answer for paying a hook or some money? It's the silliest thing. It's a waste of money. He paid a hook or some money before he was even in office, and they making a big to do about that. He ain't gonna be the first, and he damn sure ain't gonna be the last to pay for some ass. And yes, I did try to rhyme. Let's see. Diane says Biden has been making things hard for the next administration since he first got in office. Yeah, I just really don't think he cares. Rain, how you, did I say hello to you? I'm going to say hello again. It says exactly, Demetrius, been total chaos with the Democrats. Yeah, the whole time they've been in office. And there he is like, you think it was chaotic now? Oh, you just wait. Jay, did I say hello to you? If not, hello. He says Democrats have gone to the far right on all the issues that matter, like corporations, how money is allocated. They are only left with issues that don't matter. Says example, men and women's bathroom, wash the money. Yeah, and like I said, Kamala ran an extra feminist campaign. Extra feminist. Up with the women, down with men.
And unfortunately, 52% of white women, they don't mind living in the patriarchy. As long as those credit cards have unlimited charging of effect and they can go to the mall and ride in their SUV, BMWs, and Mercedes, they don't mind being under the patriarchy.
Yeah. Sherry, how you doing? Says, oh, yes, I truly believe Ricky is moist. I have always believed this. I mean, I hear him talk about women a lot, but again, I guess that don't mean anything. Let's say we don't know that Ricky is that. I'm not one to snatch anybody out the closet. Jesse says Rickey Smiley did all that shilling about how much money did he get? I see y'all cover Roly Poly got 350,000, Oprah 1 million. They actually said Oprah got 2.5 million. Kamala's campaign said, well, that was a little bit more than that. But she's saying it was for production costs. Easy says, I see a bigger picture on Mike. Mike is borderline suicidal, dude not happy with his life because he is not free. Do tell. Maybe you know something we don't know. Joanne, how you doing? Says these black shills think their blackness don't count with Massa, but he doesn't respect blackness at all. Shills, you were paid and didn't deliver. And that's the short end of a long story, if you will. They did not deliver. Yeah, Jesse Bars. The Mario, how you doing? Says the buck broke Mike, at least John Jones won. And I guess that was the other fighters.
And they've already started their purging of the black leadership within the DNC. Jamie Harrison, he was basically pushed out. They're pushing all these people out. I'm waiting for Joy Reid and all these other network people that are going to be pushed out because you guys have turned to the new black media and sources on YouTube to get your information because these networks are outright lying to us. Well, how many times on election day did they say this was going to be a close election? It's going to be close. It's going to be close. It's going to be close. Donovan knew there's no way in hell this was going to be close.
Right. And Rondi also said Dr. Oz will be over Medicare appointed by Trump. Well, yeah, Dr. Oz. It's funny. Most of Oprah's stars, that y'all got to remember, Oprah brought them to the scene. Dr. Oz, Dr. Phil, they all went hard in the paint for Trump, you know. But those are and let's keep it a buck. Oprah loved Trump as well, you know, and even he said, I don't know what happened. I thought we were, you know, we were cool. Me and Oprah, and then all of a sudden she's running around saying all these things about me. So yeah, those are made kings by that of Oprah. So
and Dimitri, real quick, you had said something on one of your videos on African Diaspora News Channel. Notice how Rickey Smiley is he's showing out all the gloom and the doom and stuff like that. But you said something in regards similar to what Rickey Smiley is saying, but like, why aren't you talking about reparations? But Brother Phil even brought that up. It's like they don't say anything about reparations. They always talk about other people's problems. Oh, the migrants and this, that. But you ain't talking about what happened in California, here in California with the reparations. Not one of the CBC, national CBC, ever speaks about reparations, ever. And, you know, could you kind of elaborate on that? Like, you know, why is it that he can talk all this gloom and doom, but he can't talk about what they've done tangible within the Black community? Every one of those CBC members, they never mention reparations. They never mention what's going on in Chicago. They never mention what's going on in New York and all these other things. You know, if you support the Democrats or if you don't support them, any Black representative, we are 10 toes down for everybody. When silent, what's that?
Yeah, you kind of cut up a little bit, but I got the gist because it's easier. Yeah, it's easier to keep people in fear than to sell them hope. Because with hope, you really got to deliver. You know, and I don't know, it's just the way nature is. Sometimes it's harder to hope than it is to be in fear. But they know it's easier to do that. You dress something up, you know, well enough, then people will buy it, right? And so it's easy to keep people in fear. They know, they being the Black caucus or any other caucus, that they don't really want to give Black people reparations, so don't talk about it. We're not going to talk about it. But what you can go out there and talk about is how we tried to tell you, you voted for Trump, now you're going to be on the plantation. You need to be on the run, son. You know, all of that. It's easier to do that than to say, hey, let's pursue reparations. Let's stop giving 97% of the money that we see in America every year as Black people away. Let's stop doing that. Hey, you know what? I'm wealthy. Let me go ahead and make a school or a store or something, you know, where Black people can stop shopping with the oppressor. They won't do that because the Democrats cannot stay in power if Black people are no longer in fear. Our fear keeps us going to the polls for Democrats. That is their power, is keep Black people in fear. And the fear mongering is just wearing off. So, Kay Marshall said, Joyless Reed has to go. Yeah, I heard that a job may be in trouble. I don't know if that's true or not. Raven says, Dimitri Donovan, have you heard the Dems are exploring Section 3 of the 14th Constitution in regards to Trump's role in a Capitol insurrection? I mean, why now? You know, the man wasn't even in office. You wait till he get in office. See, that's what I'm saying. That's that. The Democrats are still in the fight. If you really wanted Trump gone, you would have got him gone before he jumped in these primaries and is now the 47th president of the United States. It's all kabuki theater. It's that whole little make them think that we are mad at each other. Make them think we don't like each other. We're not going to let him get away with that. He got away with it. He got away with it to the tune of he will be inaugurated on January 20th next year. So all that other stuff is just to keep red meat to the base. Oh, well, yeah, they're going to be going after him. Remember when Maxine Waters was over the financial committee. Oh, he in trouble now. Auntie Maxine don't play. And all Auntie Maxine been doing is straightening her wig on CNN. That's the most exciting thing she's done while she's been in office this time. So it's like, I hear what they're saying, but then I don't. I get exactly what they're doing.
Yeah, no, and you know what? They're not going to invoke that because it's all, like you said, kabuki theater. Did you guys not see Trump and Biden shaking hands and stuff in the White House? It's all good, dog. It's all good. This is, hey, I'm president for a while. You're president for a while. Blah, 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 blah. It's all good. We're all millionaires. We're all living good.
Yep. Rodney, how you doing? Says the major Oprahites have defected from her plantation. Yeah, Dr. Oz and Dr. Phil, those are her, proteges, if you will. She put them on. And look what they did. They ran off and, campaigned in the name of Trump and all of that, which is their right to do, right? But it's very telling. Why aren't they mad at Oprah? Kalia said, did y'all see Angela Rye crashing out on her co-host? Yes, I saw it on the Native Land podcast. Yeah, she's very unhinged, very emotional individual, and it's sad. It's like, what, the man was Andrew Gillum. He was speaking sense. He wasn't even talking to her crazy or nothing, and she was just going in. I'm like, golly, you just an angry heifer. The man was.
She's done that on other shows, right? She's done that on.
Yeah, she's crashed out before, but it's like I don't know. She might need to go seek some therapy somewhere. I don't know. She don't want nobody to say nothing bad about Kamala D. Harris. Y'all not gonna lay this at the feet of Kamala D. Harris, but it's like if she was the president, she would be blamed for a lot of things that happen. So why you can't blame her for a campaign? She can't get blamed for the campaign, but you want her to be in the White House, sis? That's not how that works. She ran a horrible campaign.
You just got kicked out of the sisterhood. You're out. You're out.
Oh,
Get
well.
Out. You ain't supposed to go against the sisterhood no matter what. Accountability, no. Women rule the world. Yes, Beyonce, women rule the world. Just foolishness.
No. Sherry says, I see how now the Hispanics are talking about they should be on our side. The people have never been on our side, and they would never be for us now that they know there are some of their family members are going to get deported. Our problem is we're always for everybody else. We need to stick with us. Yeah, and there's nothing we could do for them anyway. There's nothing we could do, So good luck.
You would be justifying breaking the law. So when Ray or Pookie does the same thing, where are they at standing up and talking about law and order and all that other stuff? They want to throw the book at us. Why? Not our problem. It's their problem. I mean, the best thing that we can do as the people is stay out of it and let the law be the law. And by the way, ICE is hiring.
Y'all good luck with that. I might mess around and get deported my damn self trying to be working for ICE. They've been to close me on the other side of the border or something when I'm, working. Matthew says, MLK, we coming for our check. Yes. And that is the battle cry right there. Nothing less. Scoopy says it's all designed to keep us at the bottom. Yep. Frederick says the Biden administration having 2 more months to finish us off is something to be afraid of. You know what I'm saying? This man, it said, you do what you got to do, Zelensky, and then ran off into the Amazon forest. If they find him, maybe he went into a bunker down there because he know the trouble he just started. Kelly, did I say hello to you? If I didn't, hello. He says they're trying that mess. Darnell says, I believe sometime next year that everything is going toward a digital currency. We do see that. A bitch, they went, how you doing? Says they're trying everything to get that man out before he get in. Okay. Easy says the people who survived Jim Crow will keep surviving. I mean, we survived every damn thing, right? Anybody scared of Trump or any other thing? This is really our time to get together, right? Now I see a lot of people on TikTok talking about, oh, we need to practice group economics. We need to spend with Black people. We don't need to spend with anybody that donated to Trump. See, it's like, okay, see, your purpose is all wrong. You should be doing that anyway, not because Trump is in office. If Biden was in office, would Black group economics not be important? It's stupid. Not group economics, but the reason why they're trying to do it, right? Daryl, you say you saw those laws Chuck Schumer trying to get passed to benefit, yes, the Jewish community. CBC are a joke, just like their supporters. Yep, Extreme X. She says, how old is Maxine? And she like 85, give or take.
Yeah, I think she was one of Methuselah's girlfriends.
You know what? I think she was Methuselah's dad's girlfriend. Okay. Fluffy Bunny, how you doing? Says Ricky is a sassy clown. Y'all really think Ricky's sassy? For real. Maximum, how you doing? Says, did y'all see that Biden sent long-range missile to Ukraine and fired one at Russia? Yep. We just got the news right now by Rhonda, who said it was on the news. Yeah. Cynthia, how you doing?
And speaking of Ricky, this man is supposed to be educated, and he sounds like Stephen Fetchit to me. I'm just like, he sounds so uneducated. I'm not saying you got to talk a certain way, but this man does not come off to me as an educated man at all. He comes off as a Southern gentleman that just talks ignorant, you know?
Hey, Tracy says, dang, almost missed another one. We here for about another 10 minutes or so. Your girl is tired. You know, I've been waking up late, and I want to say late, like 7:30. That's late for me because I'll be up late sometimes.
That's the time change. You haven't adjusted yet.
Yeah, and then I was up late. Guess what I was watching last night?
Love Jones.
You are the last dragon. It's on Netflix now. I'm like, oh man, I'm gonna watch that like 2, 3, 4, 5 times a week. Oh, I love The Last Dragon. I'm sitting on my bed. I have some popcorn and a little drink, and I'm like my 13-year-old self again.
you know, I was up late last night myself on YouTube, and guess what I was able to download?
Can you say that on here?
Yes. Top Gun Maverick. Got it for free. Whole movie. Beautiful. It's beautiful.
The latest movie.
Yeah. Top Gun Maverick.
Yeah, it was really good. I like that one. Hey, Bakari, how you doing? Hope you're doing well this fine evening. Frederick White says, Demetra got the neck rolled down, don't she? Yeah, I guess. Don't need no man. Stop telling me I do. How you doing? I'm gonna ask you one day about that name. Like, what's really going on? And KP, thank you again for the donation. Love and appreciate you for that. He says, Ice got ultimate OT. I'm sorry, unlimited OT. I heard. Let's get it. I'm good. Tyrone, how you doing? Says, I can't wait to see what he does with those mayors who get in the way of deportations. Right. You know, Mayor Brandon Johnson talking about he ain't going. He ain't. What do you call it? The assistant mayor or the whatever it is. She was like, he's not gonna flinch. He ain't scared. He's not deporting nobody. Woo!
Yeah, you know, you had said something on the Emancipation Channel about the women that are the backbone of of the party and stuff like that, and you were giving some really dimes as you dropped that.
I'm just saying, yeah, that was on Africa Diaspora News Channel. Mayor Brandon Scott of Baltimore was saying his heart hurts for Black women because Black women have carried the nation. I'm like, how the hell Black women carrying the nation? She can't even carry her own damn block. You're doing too much, Brandon. You need to sit down because Baltimore is in shambles too. Okay. And you need to find those Black women you talking about carrying the nation and bringing them to Baltimore so they can help you clean up some stuff around there. But it's just the madness, right? Micah says, let his ass get lost in the forest. More threads. How you doing? Thank you. Love and appreciate you for that. Says Dems are in denial, lack of accountability, and can only fearmonger. I don't like everything about Donald Trump, but groceries and gas are cheaper, less illegals, etc. You cannot pay bills or hope while they're giving tangibles to other. You cannot. I mean, it makes you feel good for like a couple of seconds. Woo-hoo! Woo! Oh, the joy. And then when it goes away, it's like, damn, my stomach sure is grumbling. Let me see what I got in the refrigerator. Oh, nothing. I can't even eat the joy that I just experienced.
Right. And then if you try to go to the government for some help, oh, nothing for you, but everything for them.
Or I'm sorry, you make $5 over the threshold. Okay, but what about
you have a job. We can't help you at all.
All the people that came up over here over the border, they ain't got eating better today cards, and y'all didn't ask them how much they was making, but I'm making $5 over, and now you telling me no? What are we doing here? Mad Dog, did I say hello to you? If not, hello. He says, I'm not scared of Trump, me either. Cynthia says they don't stand and rally with us concerning massive amounts of incarceration are Black men and Black women. Yep, their incarceration. Black American expat says, I just hope Biden don't hit that button in the next 2 months. Keep him far away from it, right? He thinking it's, can you imagine he's, what's that? I don't think he's anywhere near that. Rock Bushy says U.S. didn't consult us when they allowed illegals in, so no help. USA to get them out, cut the check. Okay. Let's see who else is on here. Cooking with Miss D. How you doing? Hope you're doing well. He said you just got off the plantation. Easy. You say Maxine is 86. Yeah. Does she know she's in Congress?
And just won re-election. And people say, well, that's kind of crazy. Her district now is predominantly majority Hispanic. But the thing is, like I tell people, why would they remove her if she's doing everything for them like she's supposed to? The minute she doesn't do for those Hispanic constituents, the majority, they're going to get rid of her, or she passes away in office.
Methuselah was the oldest man in the world back in the biblical days. The oldest, was it like over 1,000 years old or something like that? Yeah, Methuselah. So she's with Methuselah daddy. That's Damaris says, I'm applying for sure. My local mall was loaded. You crazy. Illegal shopping, how they get money. So you going for an ICE job? You're going to be top security ICE of the world. Top flight ICE of the world. You do what you got to do, bro. It's good money. It's a good day's living. Negroes, my back is much better. I was able to get out of bed today. It was not hurting. I can bend over and not, I'm good. As a matter of fact, I didn't even know that it felt as good as it did, but I've never thrown my back out before. That was kind of creepy. Andre, how you doing? Hope you're doing well. Aurelia says, Ricky is very sassy. Plus he wears a dress. I can't. Yeah. What's the name? Cat Williams. I think he needs to go sit on the couch every first of the year with Shannon Sharp and give us the predictions, because he ain't lie about nothing yet. So I think every year I think he needs to be Nostril Cat. Nostril Cat. Predictions with Nostril Cat every year. I'm here for it. I'd show up for that. Mr. Norris says, Black people do better under pressure. Always have, always will. You better believe it. Mr. K, how you doing? Says, paid by the DOD, Top Gun Maverick. I did see that movie. It was really good. Bakari says, I'm just at work. Mr. Mitchell, you at work? Okay, well, don't work too hard. Yeah, logical thing. It says, I make my son watch Top Gun Maverick. Tracy says, y'all should check out Cross. Yeah, I've been hearing about Cross. I'm wrapped up into the Last Dragon right now. I could stay there forever. It's so nostalgic. It really is. It just took me back to a time where life wasn't as bad as I probably thought it was when I was 13, 14, however old I was when it came out. But man, I love it. But I might get to watching Cross. And Patricia says these rich people support the illegal immigrants because they are not in their neighborhoods. The Hamptons called the National Guard. Right. To have the illegal immigrants removed. Right. And, oh, no, you can't be here. Why not? You don't have a problem when they cleaning your kitchen. Oh, but you don't want them to live there, though? Yeah. And when they put them in Kamala's front yard. Yeah. If it's good for us, it should be good for you too, ma'am. Margie says, I love that movie so much. I watch it over 20 times already. Talking about the Last Dragon. Yes. JJ says post-traumatic slave syndrome. Yes, indeed. Pamela says, we were talking about what Ben did on X yesterday. They're trying to tell that man in the U country to leave that bear alone. I put out a PSA yesterday. So you're talking about Ukraine and then Russia. Is that what you're talking about? Andre says they're going to stop sending federal funds to those states if they don't comply with the migration. Jive Turkey, how you doing? Says the Black delegation in the state of Alabama has banished Rickey Smiley for being a Sambo. Yeah.
But what about the kids in the cages and all the other stuff that they're doing and all these other? We got to stand up and fight for these people. We got to do something. We got over almost 1 million Negroes since the 1990s that have been put in cages, and we had dead silence.
Right. Hey, Thunder, how you doing? Darius, what's going on with you? Says Demi, greetings, blessings, Sister K and Brother Sadiq and the chat room family. I will simply say this: for me, as an individual, U.S. African man of Most High Yah, God, I will continue to utilize my mental. And then your comment cut off, but whatever it is, I'm with it. Negro says technically an Asian woman lost. Okay. So Tracy says Cross is better because Aldous Hodge is in it, and is that the main character? Yeah, I may check it out. Let's see. Diane says you got to tell the Democrats no. You got to tell them no. Cat Williams effect. Yep.
Real quick, Demetria, have you heard about these people going around? And I've seen like 3 or 4 videos right now where these private investigators are going to the homes of these content creators and asking them about their content on Diddy, and if they support Diddy, if they don't, or they want to contribute. How many of you guys heard about that? Where these so-called investigators are going around inquiring about content creators covering Diddy, and it's basically what I'm getting out of it is if these guys are who they say they are, it's trying to get the influence pool watered down for the court case. But that's what's been happening lately.
Yeah, I haven't heard anything about that. I ain't really keeping up with Diddy because Diddy gonna be all right whether he in jail or he on the other side of the jail. He gonna be better off than we are. If he go do 20 years of life, he's still gonna be better off than we are. I mean, I know that sounds bad, but Diddy did the things, some of the things I guess he's accused of. Maybe he didn't, but he's got an answer for that. Hey, David, how you doing? Let's see here. Sherry says, remember Nancy Reagan, original crazy superhead? Look it up. Calling black women welfare queens when they wouldn't get nothing compared to the legal. They are able to buy nice cars, take food stamps, and start their own little restaurants on the corner. But I noticed no one is really upset about that. Yeah, I know the residents, depending on where they are, like Chicago and stuff like that. Yeah, they don't like it. Thunder says she is old as Coca-Cola. Yeah, because Coca-Cola pretty old. Maxine is just buying her time. She don't even know. They just keep propping her up in Congress. And she said, what are we doing? Where are we at? And Thunder says, every time I hear someone says something about back problems, I think about that song from The Wiz. Slide me some oil. Nipsey Russell. Yeah. Slide me some oil. Something. That shit hurt. I did say the S word, but it hurt. FM says, I agree. Cat's New Year's and annual prediction. Yeah, they need to have him on there every year. Jai Turkey says, Cat Williams going back the 3rd. For real, January 3rd on Club Shay Shay. For real. That'd be interesting. Beauty Brand says, I never get tired of The Last Dragon. Me either. I think I'm going to watch it again tonight. Thunder says, does it seem like the president is trying to start a war, you think? Yeah, Negroes, I can see Cat Williams being the Oracle. The Black Oracle. QT, how you doing? Long time no see. Says, I'm going to hide behind short walls and do my civic duty on reporting suspicious walking while migrating illegally. You crazy. Then I'm going to look busy while watching my taxes at work. Arthur Jones, how you doing? Black first to you as well.
Miss Sweet Talk is back in the chat. Welcome back, Miss Sweet
Talk.
Yes, she's taking care of business. She's out there taking care of business. You guys, again, check out Miss Sweet Talks on YouTube. You can check her out and Your Average Logical Thinker.
Yeah, where you been, Sweets? Where have you been? Raven says, during COVID, Black people created more home-based businesses than any other race. I pray it happens during the Trump regime. Yeah, we are very resourceful, very industrious. There's no reason why we cannot, create. I mean, we created almost every damn thing, right? So
I have a question. Scoop2 2003 says, them pop-up tents and food trucks all over my city of LA. They can start there. If you're not in California or wherever, if you're in a different city than I am, I'm in Moreno Valley. He's in Scoop's in LA. How many of you guys have seen these people pop up with the they have they get a peddler's license and they're selling like tamales on the side and stuff? Demetria, I can never understand that. How can you sell hot food in the open public like that with no oversight? With the peddlers?
Well, they're not supposed to be doing that. They're not supposed to be doing that, as far as I understand. Hey, big boy, how you doing? Since Ricky is the modern Tom Joyner.
But see, if I wanted to cook some collard greens in my tub, they coming down and closing me down.
Hey, Thorell, how you doing? Yeah, they're not supposed to be doing that. But I'm just one of those people. I'm weird. I would not be eating off of no street corner plate. Nothing. No. I don't even want to eat at no Taco Bell, no Wendy's, no McDonald's, no Burger King. I can't do it.
Tell the truth. See, look, she's not telling y'all the whole story. We went to Japan, and this woman could not stay out of a 7-Eleven.
That's different. They 7-Elevens is different. Okay, they 7-Elevens are gourmet 7-Elevens. Okay, but you and Deanna was wanting to eat up off the street. And the one time I let my guard down, and what was it, a street urchin that Deanna... It was a sea urchin or something. It was a street urchin is what it was.
Yeah. We were in the market. We were in the marketplace, and it was a sea urchin.
And I'm like, no, I don't want to do it. So Donovan and Deanna had it. It was good. I took a little tiny piece, and my lips swell up. I said, now imagine if I would have ate a whole one. I'd be dead right here in Tokyo, just right on the streets. Everybody just step over my body as I'm looking like a puffer fish. So I don't like doing stuff like that. Brother Reggie, I'm hating. Because 7-Eleven was the 7-Elevens in Tokyo fire. You can go and make you a fresh smoothie right there on the spot. It's not like the regular ones would have. I don't even think they have a big gulp up in there.
Brother Reggie, it was 2:00 in the morning, and I'm sitting in the front room, on the computer talking whatever I'm doing. Demetra and her daughter, we'll be right back. We're going down to the 7-Eleven. They couldn't stay out of the store, man. They couldn't stay out. Coming back with cookies and all kinds of stuff.
Yeah, we was grubbing, okay, but we couldn't sleep. It was like literally upside down. It was daytime in the States and night in Tokyo. So it was like, well, let's go to 7-Eleven. And then we stay up all morning and night talking. And then the sunlight would come up, we get dressed and go. And then we be on fumes during the day. Like, we could do it. Yeah, but I love to go back. Tokyo was one of the better experiences that I've ever had. Sherry says here in Indianapolis, they're selling food out of the trunk of their cars, no water, on hand sanitizer day on every corner. And I don't believe none of them.
Go ahead.
Says I don't believe none of them have a license, but let us try to do it and watch and see what's going to happen.
Well, that's what I'm saying. You let the black person try to do that. They're shutting us down or giving us tickets or whatever. But these people have LeBlanc to do whatever they want to do. So I know it's not just here. It's going on all over the country.
And we said they're selling fruit cups all over West Side. Who buying them? That's what I want to know. Who buying them? Is it us? Fast Nine Fellas, how you doing? Says peace and love, fam. Sex should not be illegal between consenting adults. Do not fall for what they're doing to Diddy. If they do, to him, they can do it to you. I'm not saying I'm falling for it. I honestly think that the prosecution is struggling with their case, because they're putting it out there now that he's tampering, witness tampering from jail still and all of that. And I'm like, I think they're really trying to taint the jury. That's just my opinion. I think they're trying to taint whatever jury pool might be out there. But it's like, I think they're doing it because they don't think they have a solid case after all. You know what I mean? Because like you said, that's what his attorney has said. It was 2 consenting adults. Is what he did morally wrong? He said one can make that argument, but is what he did legally wrong? That is what the prosecution has to prove. So I agree with you. And I'm just saying, Diddy gonna be all right. I ain't gonna be doing the stuff Diddy doing. Okay. I'm just put it out there like that. Diddy is innocent, then, let the facts speak for themselves. If he's not, then he's got to get what he's got coming to him. But I think we can all agree that we saw him, beat Cassie down a hallway in a nice, fancy hotel. We did see that. So, but the other argument is, see, if I was his attorney, I say, well, Cassie didn't file any criminal report. She never filed a report at all. So the complaining witness never filed a report. So, his team, if they're good, they have some wiggle room. But, whatever happens with Diddy happens with Diddy. I think he'll be okay. Crystal, how you doing? Says 7-Eleven is a Japanese brand. Well, there you go. They don't look like that out here. That's for sure. FM said the last dragon would have saved you, Dimitri. Yes, he should look like a master to me. Barry Gordy would have been like, that's a little too sexy. Okay, well, this is for kids. Okay, I don't know. Okay. Vanity, Denise Williams, RIP. I almost shed a tear last night when I thought about her not being here anymore. I really did love Vanity. I really did. That's a conversation for a whole nother day, though.
Yeah, but Dimitri really was watching The Last Dragon for the video shot of the barge and the Rhythm of the Night.
Yes. You know, that was the only video they've ever made. The only video that they've ever made was for that movie. Yes, of course. Thunder says, I was over one of the Greek islands, and they served us some food, type of seafood. I don't know what it was, but it made my entire mouth go numb. No, sir. Let's see. QT says, after all that whining, even when my daddy did, he says he was all well. I'm not worried. He's still going to be good regardless. Before election, he was spitting fire, calling me MAGA, condemn me to hell. Well, damn. Yeah, Bakari, 7-Eleven is the bomb. It really is. I mean, it just a different experience. It's like Disneyland, you know. It's the Disneyland of food.
Yeah, and actually, 7-Eleven is big in Thailand, and it's also big in Vietnam.
Yeah, so you know about the 7-Elevens in Japan. You know I ain't lying. It's a staple. You got to do it. You don't go nowhere else. Go to 7-Eleven in Tokyo. Ross says, I live in North Carolina, and they have a cooler in the dirt with an umbrella on top. Or the umbrella on top selling food around the corner from my house. If you are Black, you need a business plan license. Dirt, a cooler in the dirt? Can y'all tell me who is buying this? Who is lining up to buy food in a cooler in the dirt? And what kind of food is it? I don't know. Y'all can say what y'all want about me. I'm weird. I'm real. My daughter says that I'm bougie when it comes to food. It's not that. I just can't. I can't. I'm scared. That's what it is. I'm scared.
All I know is we went to 7-Eleven and that little food thing came out, and they were eating the rice cakes and all kinds of stuff. No questions asked.
You would lie. No. I'm very particular about the food that I eat.
You remember the donuts and stuff you guys were bringing back and stuff? I mean,
yeah. You're not gonna find that kind of stuff here. Yeah. It's not that I'm bougie about food. I'm scared. I'm scary when it comes to food, you know? I just can't. Very weirded out. Because, you know, I know they don't pay them people enough food, the fast food restaurants and stuff, and they might be disgruntled. I used to work at McDonald's as a teen. I've seen it all. You know, somebody come through the drive-thru and they think they got smart with them. Oh, really?
You sure you worked at McDonald's? Because Kamala said the same thing.
I did, boo. Okay, I worked at McDonald's. I was 16. My stepdaddy took me right on in there saying, hey, is the manager here? Yes, she needs a job. And we filled out the application and I was hired. I worked at McDonald's when they had that old brown, dark polyester uniform. And then they transitioned to the some of the newer ones. But yeah, it was the old polyester one. And somebody that probably quit and it smelled like grease and stuff already. Yeah, so that was a long time ago. I'm about to get out here. Tracy says it's sad that Diddy had a win today. He did have a win today, due to lack of evidence. What happened? I've been so out of touch. Brenda Lee, how you doing? Mike says it's the kids that's gonna be a problem and the drugs. Okay, Lolo, how you doing? Says I thought Diddy was drugging people. That's what they say, right? So I don't know. You know that all has to be played out in court, and I'm sure that it will be, right? Thunder says it also sounds like they're trying to charge him with a Mann Act without saying the Mann Act. Oh, Mann Act. Okay, got you. Why are they refusing to say the Mann Act? I don't know. Maybe they're gonna wait. Larry, how you doing? Says I know one thing: the Black gays are mad at Trump and they need help. I hope Black people don't help them at all. Forget they are Black, so they need to fight on their own gay fight. What they mad over? Well, what's their malfunction? Because Kamala didn't win, and let me shut up. A bitch they win.
People are tired of the wokeness. They're just tired of it. You know, I shouldn't be shamed if I want to say what it is the way that I think it should be said. LGBTQ. No, you're gay. Yeah.
A bitch stay with you, stupid. It says in Tokyo they don't feed their citizen poison. Yeah, the food is totally. You don't taste no chemicals in there when you eat
And
the
it's
food.
fresh. And it's fresh. Stuff like
Yeah.
Demetria was just like, and they're in smaller sizes. Demetria was just in awe. She was just in awe.
Yes, I love me some Elder Barnes. Y'all can say whatever y'all want to say about him. I don't care. I love him. Aurelia says Last Dragon is a classic. Bruce Leroy was fine as hell. I'll put the as hell on the end of that. Okay, he really was. I think I'm gonna watch it again tonight. That's why I was up late last night and I couldn't sleep. Brenda Lee says, but as I'm writing my comments, Aurelia, okay, so you're talking to Aurelia, okay. Miss Envision says, shaking my head. All right, who else coming? Miss Sweet, she says, what food is, or what kind of food is it? Yeah, what kind of food is it that they put in the dirt in the coolers? That's what I need to know. QT says food poisoning is deadly. It is.
Her brother Reggie's asking, are broads still shaving their heads over there in protest? Some of the foolish ones are.
Y'all know how things go here. People get mad for 2 seconds and then they move on to something else. You know, it didn't really do what they thought it was going to do. And they probably moved on. They probably got a little stubble up there now. And, you know, slowly but surely putting some lipstick on and batting their eyelashes if they didn't pluck those out too at dudes or whatever. Sherry says they're even selling food in those nasty New York subways. The lady was saying that she makes $300 a day. She didn't know that she was talking to a journalist. Spanish. She was spilling all the secrets rather. They take their food stamps and are able to buy any and everything while looking down on us. They smart though. That's what, man. If I got a knot of food stamps, don't you know I'd be selling some plates too, something. Some soda, something. But, you know, unfortunately, people go and they buy all the zoozos and wham whams and the food be gone in 2 weeks. And then they be talking about, can I borrow some money? So like you cracking up a cool in the dirt. Like, what are we doing here? Yeah, Alicia, you say you worked at Wendy's. I worked at McDonald's and I would not eat there just because I know what they used to do up in there. And these mugs is crazy. I almost at the MF where I swear to God, it's time for me to get off. They crazier today. So I already know. They probably doing some real weird to the food. I can't.
But let me ask you this though, in all seriousness, this deportation stuff, where's your humanity? Where's your Christianity? I mean, you know, they didn't do anything to you. You know, these people just come here to make a good living and stuff. Demetria, why wouldn't you want people to be here?
Who? Why
do we have to deport them? Why can't they just stay and just do the, you know, right thing? The Christian thing to do is to, you know, love thy neighbor and accept the foreigner and be a good Samaritan. I think Kamala kind of elaborated on that as well in the church.
How the hell? I'm gonna get real disrespectful. That's why I know it's time for me to get off. I'm hot. I'm thirsty. My headband is too tight on my head. How she talking about people loving their neighbors and she didn't even love the people who was here? Remember the people? She said, "No, I'm not gonna do something just benefits black people." No. She had all the body emotions with it. I'm not gonna do something that just benefits black people now. So with that, she talking about love our neighbor. Heifer, you didn't love us. What are you talking about? You know? But yeah, they need to come over here the right way. Come over here the right way, because Donovan, you've been all over the world and you could not stay. You wanted to stay in South Africa. You couldn't just rip up your passport and say, I'm not leaving.
True story, you guys. I was in the airport crying. I went up to a police officer and asked him, what do I need to do to get arrested today?
They would have been like, listen, you're going to get arrested if you don't leave, okay? You won't be seeing no big behinds nowhere. The behind you'll be seeing is busters in that cell block if you don't leave. Yes, I've heard of the Dooney and Burke. I never had one, but yeah, he says an old luxury brand. The logo is a duck. Yeah, do your ladies like that? Agnes and Gladys, they like the Dooney and Burke. But I have heard of it. I'm not a designer purse type of person at all. I like the money in the purse. Tracy says the original immigrants and their offspring need to go first. Yep. Astrological thing, he says, I feel you. Tiffany says, with her whole chest, yes. I'm not. That's the only thing she didn't do. Yeah, I'm not going to do something that just benefits Black people. You know, the only thing that was missing from that statement, the F. That's what was missing, the F. See, that helped tank her campaign too. She was never going to outlive that. Never. Tidbits, how you doing? Says more in trouble than we already are. Yeah. Anyway, we're going to get out of here because it's been a long day for Donovan and I. This is our second show. So we'll be back tomorrow, Wednesday. Walter says, I know that I need to come back. So yeah, they've been asking for you. So hopefully he'll be here tomorrow. He's just, kind of squaring some things up.
Yeah, if you guys wake up tomorrow, check the stock market. If it's gone up, we won't see Walter tomorrow. Okay, so just be
right. Alicia says Ukraine has attacked Russia with U.S. missiles. Yeah, I hope I don't get drafted.
Looks like I gotta go get my old uniform, see if that flight suit still it fits. Might be a little tight, but I think I can still snug in there.
Yeah, Tracy, Walter's behaving. He gonna behave. Donovan, you think they're gonna draft me?
Well, the sad thing is, you want to be drafted so you can get your benefits.
I'm young enough to. I'm in the army now. I'm in the army now. I ain't gonna do nothing, but I'm here.
But in all seriousness, though, you guys, like I said, I'm in the ready reserves. They can call me back. And they can draft you guys. When it comes down to body for body, there is no age requirement. If they needed you, they will call you up. And so
I'll go.
100 billion Chinese? Come on. We don't have enough bullets for all those people, plus the North Koreans and all that other stuff. Come on, you guys.
I'll go. I will.
Well, it doesn't mean you have to, and again, doesn't mean you're going to be in combat necessarily. You're good at PR. So Dimitri will be the one covering the war. They might put you in the news.
I'll be like, listen, what had happened was, Kay, I'll entertain the troops. What do y'all want me to do? I sing, I can dance, I can skate, I can do a cartwheel. What? Anything you need me to do. But I won't do that.
Right. And another great thing about Trump, he's getting wokeness out of the military. He is getting rid of that shit.
I've been seeing him on TikTok too. They be yes, I'm in the army. And those be the men. QT says, hell, they might let me enlist. Yeah, if I can give me a service connect, give me a military discount and stuff when I get out, buy me a house on a VA loan. Yeah, I'll do it. Sure. Just tell me what you need me to do. Rhonda, he says, Trump considering a warrior board. I don't even know what that is. Tracy says, I'm too old. Hot flashes trying to stay cool yet. Same here. Like I said, the best I could do is sing a little song, read a bedtime story to the troops or something. I might show them a little shoulder. Something, nothing major. Anyway, we're going to get out of here. Love and appreciate y'all. See y'all tomorrow. You guys have a great rest of your evening. And do yourself a favor. Watch The Last Dragon. We'll be watching it together. Okay? Peace.